Hey YouTube, on the way to work I wanted to do a video, one of those growing up videos, Sparks, so gotta turn my hat around, no corporate advertisements here. So the thing I was thinking about talking about today was significance. So if you get up in the morning, this is kind of my basics of how to get up in the morning. If you get up in the morning and you don't have anything to do, or what you have to do is just kind of fall into the category of consumption and entertainment, let me just say to you, if you get depressed from that, that's right. You should be getting depressed from that because that's not what you were meant to do. You were meant to do significant work. Significant work, I would say, even on a daily basis, that involves your body, mind, and spirit. So let me advise you that if you are experiencing what, in certain parts of history has been called ennui, which is boredom, you say to yourself, well, how can I be bored if I have 180 channels, I have the internet, and I have video games, and all I do is consume and entertain myself, or even the second I get out of work, I just, entertain and consume products or goods. It's because you weren't meant for that. You were meant for a higher purpose. We are made, from my understanding, a little lower than the angels. And we are given a commission and a work to turn back the darkness and shine the light, to take things from chaos, make it into order, to take a wilderness and make it into a preserve or into a garden, to take a wilderness and turn it into a city. Just some ideas to put out there for you that our lives are supposed to be significant. Now, let me tell you that I know that men these days, boys to men kind of idea, that men are having issues, failure to launch issues, and I can understand why. If you have an area that you're succeeding at, you will have confidence in that area. And if that area is video games, or that area is internet rants, I can see how that would be an area where you would settle back into when you feel attacked. And so what I would recommend, though, is pushing forward. Yes, have those times where you do what feels comfortable, what you're good at, what you're acknowledged to be good at, for instance, by your ranking on the internet, or in a game situation, and take that confidence and go, I can be good at other things, and take small successes and push toward bigger successes. Also, remember that human beings are the things that are eternal. And I know that's, you might be good at woodworking. Well, turn woodworking into a connection with another human being. You might be good at hunting. Turn that into a connection with another human being. Even video games. Turn that into a connection with another human being, and build that relationship. And know that in the background, what seems to be in the background, the relationship, is actually the important thing. So just some ideas. Confidence is an important thing, and I want you all, we have great abilities in us. And just because there's voices inside your head saying you're nothing, you're a failure, you're not ready for prime time, you got to push past those voices. And I think embrace fear. One of the things that I think is keeping me young is that I keep changing. my position at my job, at my workplace, and every time I experience a lot of self-doubt and a lot of fears and a lot of feelings of inadequacy, or I'd rather be in a comfortable position. But I would say that fear, pushing past the fear, has actually helped me to stay young and to stay flexible. And it's very important, especially in crisis situations. If you have that flexibility, that can be the difference between life and death. So just some ideas there. And your confidence can always be eroded. I'm good at certain stuff, but I've got key people in my life that if they say something, it kind of really makes me shrivel up or lack confidence. So I get that. That's in me too. And you got to push past that, and you got to have a bit of I think I affirm my theological convictions all the time. They help me. God has made me. He's made me good. He's made me to have gifts. Those gifts He wants me to express and to use. And when I fail, I can pick myself up and do it again. And I constantly am talking and trying to preach to myself positive things. And we need to do that. Take up messages that you see that you're encouraged by, little memes, and push past the fear, and push past the self-doubt, and push past the doubts of others, and keep going. Because that'll make the difference. Another last thing, in the last 8 seconds, audience of one. I have an audience of one. My audience is God Himself, and so that gives me a confidence too. Okay, YouTube, time out. Bye.